Praise be Jesus and Mary. A blessed and a productive day to you, class. My name is Teacher Ashley, but you can refer to me as Teacher Ash or Miss Ash. Today, we're about to explore something super relevant, especially to your generation. Whether it's studying, gaming, or just browsing. Our topic is entitled Managing Computer Threats. Now, to start things off, I want you to focus on the screen. Let's take a moment and look what's wrong with this email. That's right. You just got an email from a stranger stating that you've won free stuff. A little bit fishy, isn't it? So, what would you do with this email? Would you open it? Or would you take a pause and think critically before doing anything? That, dear students, is a glimpse of our lesson today, which is, again, managing computer threats. And for our lesson's objectives, by the end of our session, you should be able to 1. Identify at least 3 different computer threats. 2. Use academic vocabulary related to online safety. And lastly, for the 3rd, express your understanding through examples, instructions, and quiz questions. So now, let's delve deep to our lesson today with a simple question. What do you think is computer threats in your own words? Can anyone have a raise of a hand and state their answer using their own words? Yes, please answer. Right, that's a good insight. I like how you're thinking. But in general, computer threats are action files or programs that can damage your devices, steal your information, or control your system. And guess what? They often are hidden. Hidden in messages, emails, links, or even games. That's why being aware and alert is key. Let's explore the kind of threats you should look out for. First, let's talk about the well-known threat, which is virus. Who has heard of a computer virus? Thought so. A virus is a sneaky program that spreads from one file to another, damaging or even deleting your files. It basically replicates itself like a zombie, and it loves to hide in downloads or attachments. Have you ever received a weird link from a friend on Facebook? Well, it's possible their account was infected, so be cautious and never click blindly. Now let's move and dig deeper and proceed to malware. Can anyone tell me what a malware is with their own definition? Okay, go ahead. That's correct. But in general, malware is actually short term for malicious software. It includes viruses like what we mentioned earlier, trojans, worms, spyware, ransomware, and more. It's just like if viruses are the minions, malware is the boss. Have you ever downloaded a free game and suddenly your browser's changed or ads popped up everywhere? That might have been just a malware at work. That is why, class, we should always be cautious in downloading things online, especially if it is an APK or it's a file that is not registered as safe. Now, let's move on to phishing. This kind of phishing is spelled with a PH, but instead of catching fishes, it catches victims. Yes, you heard me right. This is where hackers pretend to be someone trustworthy, like your bank, a teacher, even a delivery service. They'll send you fake links, making it seem so urgent. It's something like, your account will be blocked in the next 24 hours if you don't click this link. Something like that would scare you into giving your personal info. But don't fall for it. When in doubt, don't click, don't reply. And moving on, we're going to talk about spyware. Ever felt like someone was watching you online? Or maybe they are. Spyware is a program that secretly watches what you do. It tracks keystrokes, collects passwords, monitors activity, and you might not even know it's there. That is why always keep your apps updated and avoid random downloads to protect yourself from spyware. Because you wouldn't know that maybe in your phone it opens your camera that might leak your privacy, and it can also know your password, especially if you're using your account a lot and using the convenience of saving a password, then they can detect that easily. And I know everyone is having their accounts linked to each other, and that is also how fast it would be for you to lose your accounts all in once. And since we have been talking about the villains, the bad stuff, now here is our hero, which is the firewall. A firewall is basically your digital bodyguard. It filters traffic going in and out of your system. It blocks suspicious activity and keep the bad guys out, like our villains earlier, virus and malware. Think of it like the school guard gate. Not everyone can get in, right? And if it senses something wrong, it raises the alarm. And since we had dealt with all the basic computer threats, here is a comparison table to summarize our lesson for today. Can anyone read what a virus is? Then read its description and use the example of it in your own sentence. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. That is right. Very good. A round of applause, please. And for that, I will give you 5 points. How about malware? Who is willing to read? Mm-hmm. Good job. I really think that you guys have been listening to me the whole time, which is great. Another 5 points for you. And the third one, the phishing. Hmm. Again, that is a very well insight of yours. How about spyware? Does anyone want to share their insights? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Very good. And lastly, firewall. Please give chances to others who haven't answered yet. Okay. And that concludes our table. Very good, everyone. Okay, let's keep this in mind and now move to our interactive part. Who would like to answer this first scenario, which you receive a suspicious message, and by the image it says, "Congratulations, you've been selected for a cash prize of $50,000. Claim it now by clicking the link." Isn't that suspicious? And is this safe to trust? Can anyone answer this? Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Don't trust it. Think first, it could be phishing. Now, moving on to our second scenario. Our second scenario is an unknown email attachment. The picture shows that you have received an email from a stranger, and that email has an attachment entitled Prize. Now, should you open this attachment? Mm-hmm. That's right. You shouldn't open it because of the following red flags. which the first red flag is it's from an unknown sender. The second one is it doesn't have anything but the attachment. And it could be, yes, a computer threat. Good job. And for our last scenario, as the image has shown, your classmates shared their password. What would you tell them? Yes, that is right. You should tell them that it is not safe to give off their password even if they're your close friends or your significant other, because there might be some time that you will have an argument and they might give off your password. And since everyone had been doing a great job answering this scenario questions, we are now going to have our quiz. For our quiz, the direction is only to read carefully and choose the best answer. Okay, number 1. What is a phishing message trying to do? A. Block your internet. B. Trick you into giving your personal info. Or letter C. Repair your system. If you are done answering, please raise your right hand with your pen so I can know when to move to the next slide. Number 2. Which one is a type of malware that watches your activity? A. Is it firewall? B. Is it spyware? Or letter C. Virus? Moving to number 3. What does a firewall do? Is it A. Send spam emails? Or B. Damage your files? Or letter C. Protect your device from threats? Again, please raise your right hand with your pen if you are done. Since everyone seemed to have their hands raised, I will now go to number 4. Which is the correct sentence? Is it A. The firewall protect my data? Letter B. The firewall protects my data? Or letter C. The firewalls protects our data? Okay, for our last question, number 5. Which of these is an example of a computer threat? Is it A. USB, B. Downloading from a safe website, or letter C. Opening a file from an unknown email? If it feels off, it probably is. Trust your instincts. Okay, please pass your papers now. Now, since all papers have been passed, we are now going to check your answers. Who would be willing to read the question of number 1 and answer it? Then defend your answer. Why did you choose that answer? I will be giving 10 points each. Okay, go ahead. That is right. The correct answer for number 1 is letter B, which is to trick you into giving personal info. Okay, how about for number 2? That's right. The answer for number 2 is letter B, spyware. Number 3, anyone? That's correct. The answer for number 3 is C, protects your device and threats. How about number 4? Okay, so the answer for number 4 is B. The firewall protects my data. Good job. Last question. Who would be willing to answer? Okay, good. That is correct. The answer for number 5 is letter C, opening a file from an unknown email. Good job, everyone. You have really shown that you have been actively listening for our session today. And for our next slide is think and reflect. What did you learn today? In one sentence, can anyone share what they've learned today? And how can you use that in real life? And also, lastly, how can you use what you've learned to help yourself or others stay safe? Mm. Okay, what a good reflection and insight. I hope you can really put that in mind and put it in your action to be digitally safe online. Okay, before we end, here's your assignment. How can digital threats affect students, and how can we use language to protect ourselves online? Write a short paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences, using at least 2 of our vocabulary words, and submit it on Google Classroom by May 16 at 11:59 p.m. And that wraps up our class for today. Always remember, knowing is protecting, sharing is empowering, stay safe, stay smart, and think before you click. This has been Teacher Ash. See you in our next session. God bless everyone. Goodbye.